ye boy, ye echo band, Adaroma, and waso yasne, ama ye de bro.
Wade shia mamu nyina ha UTV asuni omemu nsam ne amahodo so de awosamufo ason so no ene na wi amede ebe somo donhwe baako na ensam ni bia mo bete kase mu ene se ayawaso east by election no ekoso enedua ya na ye kasa ye de eyade a yensentwofo egumu na wode wani edi akyenti ye beko won ho brano na yakohwe de ekoso na ewonsam foforo mu nso said Israel any nimfafo ato ahye Iran so no odi wamia no ebetumi ede ohal kese abre oman Ghana so ni titu fanwo ensem ho ene ye ni mpanyini bedi emu enkomo abibiman ensunsu aso asa akun ya we omu die ebetumi ede abre yen ye bebo hwini akopiemu ewo tachimentia na suku ba ko wo ho mpanyinfo kire se wo mu hia mo apanti osra nkrankre ene wonsem ewo bi se omekọ wonom emwa Midday amma sapon kuma jesi osahima ene awie yi na mekai mo se matade e hyeme me pacho eye awofa enterprise adwoa ye bo agye na woton sa ne ema ntina nanom ahemfo a wukodi hene anahema wo patade asiesie ho ukura unima ahenie no na ni so ne na fade se de ekono me pacho fo ani kyemu ewa awofa onum wo abeka junction wodie wo yira kwan abra Peace FM ha na ye be kire obabi a ne so to ne wo na wato ne bo asiesie ofri wuchi so koka wona muromu ama wahofa no awie mu di saa so na wono wo nkrabata e wo fanko barrier hososo odi ne kwi wo ho ofri pokwase na eba si barrier bus stop na koje wodie e wo ho ye TSC ensem no emu omampanyi John Dramani Mahama ye kasa ide wabo anan ama wode ni yakonsem ama bibiman panyimfo ya wo mo epre egina ye eji atentini esi ho na ye ntietie onipa fa ahode so ne yehum onipa so no wakasa ede afade no okuramu ene de no ogidie se yenso yento aso.
Ladies and gentlemen, I call upon African Union member states who have not yet ratified the protocol to please do so without delay. To my colleagues, heads of states in these countries, I assure you that you have nothing to fear from this court. I humbly ask all African nations and individuals to respect and implement the court's judgments in good faith, and to also make the declaration to allow individuals and non-governmental organizations direct access to this court. Carres, the Cabrals, the Prempes, the Yas and Tues, the Kabalegas, the Nuyomas, Mandelas and Bikos are all recognized as martyrs of the African Revolution. Had the African Court of Human and People's Rights existed earlier in our past, these grave instances of human rights abuses and injustice would have been a very important case for you to adjudicate. We would have secured justice against racist apartheid criminals, colonialists, and even our own oppressive African dictators who tortured and sent many of their countrymen to death, and countrymen and women to death. As I said earlier, all the nations on the African continent are each other's keeper, and I truly believe this. I also believe that each of us is a keeper of the dreams and hopes of our ancestors, hopes and dreams that they could not achieve. We've paved the way for their dreams to be realized, if not by us, then by generations succeeding us. Justice systems in Africa have strengthened over the past decade. In Ghana, we're strengthening our own judicial systems. As I stand and recollect my youth and my fear for my father through my recurring nightmares, I realize that I can put those fears to rest. For the past 20 years, we've had a court that can protect the rights and dignity of African people beyond the borders of our individual nations. So allow me to say, while I'm here in this historic city of Arusha, a city well known as a site where human rights are affirmed and the dignity of African people is protected, that the time for Africa is now. Now is the time for us to meet the challenge of keeping the promise we have made to future generations, promises we have signed and pledged to uphold. Now is the time to deepen our commitment to the courts so that in 20 years from now, when we celebrate its 40th anniversary, it will stand as the leading international judicial body and a model for others.
Ene Midday bia ba ko a nipa nyina eni di eche eye ayawaso east abato mpesua so sanse wono mra hye bedwani efiri mu no ene na akwanya ba se wo manfo no to aba eyi okandifo obedi wanim akọ emrahye bedwafie yate yense ntwofo agumu so wonfo wani eni dwumadi a ekoso no wachi sei na abato no pomponso te na nakofi ewo nima ya wo bompempe wo ho ye kwone akobisa no sede abato no ensunsuaso esiko Nana, hi.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Afternoon. Nana Kofi, would you any di abatu onechi? Boyemu kakra, anopa ukodru na te say omanfo ahoke kan say na tie.
Pacho uba nima ayawaso hadia oba election na obi kuswa na oba hadia Gadiba kwa mechanic bambo very, very high.
Okay.
The idea of the police or the idea of the every corner, every police station. Police more than 10. And it's now almost about to the court. Now, Nima Tom, Nima Mount Zion Basic School,
okay.
Alankatu Video Center, Rehabilitation Center.
Nana Kofi.
Yes, ma'am.
Jina nchen ye kakra ye hu se nkofo obi fifudie nkomo obamu enti twuhu jina nchen kakra anopa no na enipa na ho keka te sei omuba ana didamu baako baako.
Pacho, anopa mi bedu amount for na amount for sheda ni ha. Emi say ena mtemo for fasting amount for sheda any police station.
Okay.
Ye ni be for the distribution common Omu to say area for one year corner amount for the police station.
Let us say so far baby awako nyina no nya de abasabasa ye bia si ho nso.
But so area makoni na security is very tight. But then out near very low.
Okay.
Yes, 1 o'clock air corner the amount for the police station
okay. Yeah, that's a papa Nana Kofi ni wa mane bo na ye nua be ma no echim no wo chese turn out no e low nkofo en hye da ma no wano se de nke yehu abato se de esi etie no enti ye nhwe nkopim awiabremu donko de kro no se wonom ebepie abeto abano ana Omanpanyi John Dramani Mahama edi ato abibiman panyimfo anim se ye bobre de ye fre de ye kuramu de ye die ene de ye hye ma ye danso ene obo ade ne power de amaye no yenhwe na yensom ye na nsombo emaye.
Africa has been blessed with many of the world's natural resources, including gold, silver, diamond, copper, cobalt, uranium, oil, lithium, and more. Excellencies, honorable judges, imagine if Africa measured its wealth not by our natural resources, but by our people, valued individuals, free from oppression, conflict, persecution, and violence, and assured of the right to a life of dignity, liberty, and self-determination. What would that look like? How much differently would we see ourselves? What would that wealth mean for the strength and continued sovereignty of our nations? These are not just questions for a game of what if. They are based on the reality of Africa's near future. These are questions we must ask ourselves as leaders and citizens to determine the nations we are building and the world we wish to create for our children. By 2050, Africa's population will reach 2.5 billion, and more than a quarter of the world's population will be African. By the end of this century, nearly 40% of the world's population will be African. Already the median age of the African continent is 19, compared with nearly 45 in the European Union and 39 in the United States. Can we imagine the power we hold in our hands? Technological advances have made the world feel like a small place. At no other time in our lifetime was that more evident than during the COVID-19 pandemic. Mwalimu Julius K. Nyerere famously said, "One does not judge one's state of health by comparing yourself to a sick person." For far too long, we compared ourselves to the West and used what we believe were their standards as our benchmarks for all our endeavors. The reality we see today should serve as a clear call to action. What should be our paradigm in understanding and interacting with the rest of the world, even as we preserve our dignity and cultural identity as Africans?
Yes, Boshi Akopiemu ewo Nima na yahwe abato no mpomponso so yenua bema Augustine ade eso akopie ho ye misa no se eho so turn out no say na esi etie Augustine ma hi yo so far would wani edi enema ekoso wo ho achi pooling centers be na wakọ na say na omanfo ahokeka te wo ho.
Okay, to see no yewo Ayawaso is Roman Catholic School, Nima 1.
Okay.
Collection Center. Na so far 10 out no. Nipa said I'm to abano pra. Yeba ha chede but nipa line o chepra line there nim na nipa makumakubi. Eneba ebe to about. So after 11:46. Okay, police stations and 3 and there were a big police station, 3 police stations now. But after 11:46, you know, police station, Edikano, Nikama 40 and about 2 out of 223. Was expected. And police station 2 also, 42 people went about out of 190. And police station 3, and so 29 out of 159. But so far, still now, yes, say. Duduna beba abeto abano
mo de waso atoto fom abato no na omanfo mpese wono beba abeto wani nye ho ana se bia awia wo munti na omotwentwe omo na ase
kama ye na ebinum kasa na omo kire se wo beba
okay
ebinum ewo wo mduma so nti wo beba na normally by elections no so aya omo nsada mama tindi ebia se general election ya omo fi ebi foforo eba. But yeah, by election, almost said that one can ever come. But almost says
yo, Augustine.
Security firms so the police going to have the uncle so
yo, yeah, that's a papa, because so for any idiot. Young coffee be amwako smart ho or no so ewo fanfo fra we gina ne yenko hwe ho so sunsun so anso se de esiko Phoebe ma hi
yeah nia
Phoebe what menka
e pa sha me ton ka
yo wadaroma ehe fa na sesi a wugina na voter turnout no eho etesei bambo tesei
okay me pa sesi a migina St. Timothy Anglican Church
okay
Nima and sesi a had the bibia e koboko a police phone so yo majuma but nipa dodo an ke so mo to aba wa say 406 but during 7:30 morning, na nipa 31 na so, and 11:15 nipa 63. So now the even some become nipa ne wo mu anoma baba ko, wo mu anoma tako. You know, I have to embo pia to say. I want to wa ha say, ya ko boko, we form so e say, ya be na ko.
Okay. Na say uyi say ahokeka no wo form dia bibia de dana kwan so.
Fashion no prayer. Police coming to air your majuma. Or more resentment to want to be to NC. Okay. Be a ban once to Nabana or Conopine.
Tissesi aye ka say de emu ayehwe ana wo mu ana obi ababa akokọ.
Emu ayehwe ya sesi an pan de emu ayehwe ya. E boy 11:30 na emu ayehwe ya na ni pan kra makra. Na from 9 mu hono ma e be 11. More on the non paneba bako. Okay. I wo mo na oma so. If bisa mi emo ka kasa e. Omo so abana sa de ntana omo ma. Dodo na dem say because of fasting you know. Omo ntimi tie pizza. Na say we are no ebe jeni omo. So ni ntana omo na omo ntimi emma no.
Okay.
But as time goes on, maybe there's a 3 4 economy. We are the back from no meeting above. You are the airport to Timothy Anglican Church.
Yeah, that's a papa Phoebe Smart. Yeah, that was say anyone man bonnet say a conscience so can who be and a turn out no work from Zan say Ubejina we are branding so obey rentum and tea dodona the omo de train on you know ebejo and sana one makwakoto. Young consent for from was what for a wash and so munam any queer eduma hon some so you munyam for Emilia Arthur. What they are to just and what to rent chamwa a cocoa see yama one way cross ubuntu kwa nam kakra de abetwitwa won ho nipa bonfo bi kwato share won so a nyame amfafia anka asemboni esiye no saa ywe sunti mpanyufo so adwen se won mo ebe license saa subonto no enyina eno da nkyenya de omo beye ne se tracking devices omo de bi bebo ho na aboa ama se obi di amia saa emtemu a won mo anyanteye na afi watu ho anamo
ya to here ni anoma faredom wo podo na ohona wo attack won woji won edumaze oya outboard motors na no ngaka ho o man penyenjo mahamate no want na hokwa e na osuma hen emi minister for fisheries na mp no wa hanu mo na about dododo the master mc no mp 2 na more intinda ha ya wono ya papa jo mahama na osuma hen then krofo no won a free one outboard motor na woje no yem fan name mumbra na bibi kakra de menda kakra wontum nkopo no won fan hwe wo ho kakra embra na o hwe efere adwuma do no o hye he na he ministry ni de o de ye ma license ma ahiama nyina ahiama kase ne etumi aye license ba ahiama kakra me ye license but ye be sha ase na ye license amamo ye de ndama so abobo won ahiama no waso posura na bibi isa ye betumi ya track won ye betum so na yenye won edi nkita hodi sese ahon phone ya na wodekọ enti so asemisi a wokọ echira network ye adwuma but ye behwe kwana ye befada ye de hyehyɛ ye beba na ntama ye de beba ihama no ho a ye betum na mbribia no yenye won edi nkita hodi
yankopɔ na ede na ase but ye bepa mahama there or responded to yen sufre asem then asemisi no megina here and ofrem obi say gizi what has happened me mekani na atwe no so okay keep me posted enti nakasa onyim which one am from day one enti hye bia wa ya to ho no so onyim sister honorable Emilia so yezi nkita ho sisia yenya outboard motor no is basically ashemando all by spare for search and rescue asembia to obi a ne chesi say ye wo obi a ebotum ayeden ebotum aye na chi ya yanka say na why the manager yanka say yes you are best number and you are by meeting bi
president wa be enyama wa ba ya ma yes and ye so kokura o man pin ne de o ba yes kokura say e ka ya ba bi anko ba kale o de beto ende bi na o ba friend o ba ma sika ma say na and that samatu endu na otwe na said o man pin wa hyebo wa di suma wa di ma hia ba en ya kasa ya kura ya wadwene pa na eba ndrem so o man pin bombo ni mo yi ne bifo omo fopuru omo kwatwi botu nyina ba fom o yedro na ase
e wo masion mekada masion na le mi hawo tekre sinda ke ha ma enyoni ake ha this party o afi wase kone wo ho me ho akoni ne ko gbonga abrofami kone no fia no kone eyemrukunga wo brofami ke no ko mapa banga no sio ma no etisi na wo kra wala
Yatwa ensam so yobosua kopiemu ewo kofodua ne mpatamu a lecturer ba ko ya wo Department of Public Administration ewo University of Ghana ye onimdefo Dr. Daniel Apia e de atudwa se corruption no ayeka ho asem epesi etu ase ne se betumi atuni ye dia this year the 15 ahyase ye suku mu ne yatumi ako
Dr. Daniel Apia editu just say si ekasa katachese ene proya enya se wo jisika ede afro bi honko a ene katachese ene proya na mum se ewosa wudi mraso na wani so no ni nyina eye katachese ena de wosa wo ye wanya nso so a ni nyina enso so eye proya na wodi tu just say ansa na oman Ghana ye betimi etu katachese ene proya ase no ewose ye boa ne ye trɛwade ewo suku ne yema emmofra no ehya ase esua no muhunu se ye de bibi hya wonsa no anye ni ya wedi woman for ehwamo say enode ne nsam etudwa
corruption no ne simply ne say yenyina ya je eye rules biatum ana yenyina ya bopo ya ye mrabi say yenyina ebedi so na afi yendi emrano so na obi endi mrano so na afi obi endi mrano so enti enye se ebi obi akwa wie sika nkwa na wendi mrano so na emom yenyina hyehye se bi ebehye program ase 10 ya start 10 kwa na che se emrano ye hyehye ye no wendi so nti wose church sanyome ewo school no mu from a basic level ama abofre bia beti ase se ye ka corruption na se ne sibitie na se na ne sunsun so esibitie enti wose ye take corruption teaching in schools no very very seriously pa na ye me emra bi say school bia wose ye nya subject consistently no ye beche about corruption and integrity ama citizens no. By the time we be free basic JHS SHS na anye kwa no or take corruption as no who say society be anu be tumpo na ejina a person of integrity so
yenya a lot of insights from participants nipa omo ba ye no omo church say na omo experience corruption nkrofo kan about nyama bebre ye kan ho asem ebi ne say last year ye hu examination malpractice ye hu wo krom ha big scandal say our four parents yisika the top questions my students bibi say no a very serious corruption but ye ka corruption no asema normally no ye fasa nyama na nka ho say wo be ko joma wo ko to ade obi obe measure ade na ma wo no na wa bokonko na ase na afede ade na ese wo ma wo say na eso ate na ode ama wo eno see corruption into no the idea ne say say ye hwe ya bro mu ne etutu sa nyama no fi ye behavior no.
Emrashe bedwani de ma ade hye wo abra sebu kwa mankese abato mpesua so yon monyamfo Felix kwachiofo so de atodwa se wonfa ngomasua eni agrokra
Marsha bedwani edema ebura asebu kwa mankese ede atodwa se wakwakoye mrashe bedwani ede ama ne manfo de wonhwe ema abofre bia entoto adesua ase wakaka ho se adesua eye kwan ba kwa nipa betimi afaso ayeye enunti ne mpesua so de abofre bia wonko suku kra nwe train de na enye wo senior high school certificate enunti wo hwe se abofre bia woni mpesua so no ebeko suku ede edru etri sei enode ne nsam etudwa
ende bi yenkotin progress akese beye ison ene yekobo ya no ansa na azasa yefi bebi na yebopo ehi empro de so oka ho eye kire de ya papa mama odwene wo ho ebiba we atwam ene sika ne po ibi mba ena we nya bi oda yempundudwuma na NDC de na abakosam wo empro wadeda de oye wo school da na osie kura NDC ene ya ma won sakan ena ya asan so ya be yi ya da so do empro adesua oda NDC na akomado papa kwana yemban wabafado ma waye mpinipan oda na akomado papa oninti ina aban we sika me yeza aye adot dem oda aba eyi kire de abato no wo sunsuando se to abapa ofimoba meda hona papa de contractor no so o se adwuma ase no wo boan meyim de emrente ne nketesi a wo empro was one was in where den contractor no ni one month man wa ya de papa inti ya besre aban ya afemote MP ma afemote waka den won so be wa afemote odi kan o de wo ma wo fa man wo be school ende de bia wi ase edun obi enwo bankada o besi yenko efum o be sia so akada o be sia de wodinyi jaade onye no kwa dan se be sia fo enye wodi bia oni jaade oni na fie no so o de wonye teacher fo na mpenyefo a wo school no do no so wonye yakor na wo bo school no wo bra
ada woni na ase wa waje bo ma ejuma no orkodo wano makana da mi ya makana se for today abɛnti bi anaa abɛsiri bi ogyina gom na ɔmɛmɛ na asekan de yi nkonja a na obi na ɔta n'akyi te dɛ ɔma aka no yɛnua Felix Kwakye Ofosu ɔnam dɛ no mu yɛdu wɔ soro hɔ nti deɛ ɔba se wɔ soro hɔ bi anaa yɛbɛka de yɛhia biara no ntampa no ara na yɛne saa aka no nti yi nyinaa yɛne saa na adwuma no biara.
Kwaya manebɔfoɔ Michael Akofi anaso yanyanteɛ sɛ aba baabi a ohwie asedi bi adigu ne nkankyema so ene asani bia no atena se abua ensɛm no na sɛi ɛna esiko wieye ɔbɔfoɔ mahai
yɛnua miniaba
wada mebru bɔ yɛnsɛm ni mu yetie o
asɛm we ɛyɛ nimsɛm mpimpin yɛkyɛ dunu ɛnan 2024 mu ɛna saa rekusem esi ya na sasofem sem si wo Kofodua ne mpɔtɛm wa abranteɛ bi a ɔyɛ mobile phone dealer ana ɔne ne nkankyema a ɔno nso ɛne na awo baako Kofodua ɛna kyɛ sɛ ɔboteɛ na ɔmo didi mu ano ɛna asɛ wɔkyerɛ sɛ nunkum anasɛ jealousy esi mu ma abayewa ne kyerɛ sɛ ne mpena a ɔne na awo baako ɛyɛ Daniel ɔmane no osusu sɛ ɔne abayewa bi wɔ nkitahudie ɛno nti abayewa sɛbi ekohwie ɛyɛ ewudra yesusu sɛ acid bi ɛde gu Daniel ɔmane ɛso na asɛm no didi mu ama Kofodua High Court ɛma afei deɛ anumuayɛ aba court ahyɛ sɛ saa abayewa Vera Asaria ɔno nso ɛnyɛ mfirihyia ɛdunu no mu a wawo baako yi ɔne na lɔyafoɔ ɛna afei nso abusua no nyinaa ma abayewa yi ɛtena asɛm ma wagye ato mu sɛ wadi bɔne wadi ewu a yɛfrɛ no manslaughter yi bi ɛno nti alɔyafoɔ a egyina mu maa no ɛna afei nso alɔyafoɔ a wɔn mu di asɛm a wɔn fi ɛyɛ aban mu a yɛfrɛ no Attorney General Maame Emily Adokyerɛ ɛda wɔn ano ɛma wɔn kɔ bie sɛ abayewa n'agyina fo nso ato mu di a ɛna ɛsɛ kɔɔto de soboɔ ɛwɔ mu ɛde bɔ no ampa kɔɔto tena no ɔmo akyɛ sɛ abayewa no ɛnyɛ koraa no efirihyia pɔli edu ɛna wɔde ne bɛkɔto mu na mmom ɔyɛ ɔbaa na wawo pɛnti no mmara ɛma ho kwan sɛ ɔmo de ne kɔ ayɛ asabea na wɔkɔ fii no ɛhwɛ sɛ sɛbi onyinsa bi ehinta ne yana na sɛ nyinsa ehinta ne tia na ɔmo de n'aba na afei nso kwaduba ɛwɔ mu sɛ mfirihyia adu no ɔmo de ama no ɛma wahyɛ ne nadu efie akwantuo asɛm etu asɛm a esi November 29, 2024 ɛwɔ Kofodua ne mpɔtɛm a UTV yɛbɛto yɛahwɛfo ne yɛtiefo anim no baabi a akɔpie nie enti na wɔtwe nsɛm no yɛbɛkɔ court biam ɛyɛ March ne de ɛtɔ so 11 na sɛ pregnancy test na sɛ nyinsɛn ɛhwehwɛ mu ɔmo akɔyɛ no ɔmo kɔ fi ne wie a sɛ nyinsɛn wɔ mu sɛ nyinsɛn ne mu wɔ na court no ahyɛ ne sɛ efisha pɔlipɔli edu wɔn kɔtwere aban kukum na ɔnyɛ adwumaden famboa aban na ne akosi no ama ne bɔ no esi
yo obafoɔ yɛda ase papa ne awia yi yɛbɛtoa nsɛm no so Ghana ba panyini ɛyɛ Maame Lordina Mahama na sɛdeɛ yɛ nyinaa yɛnim no wɔ foundation sonko amobrohu adeɛ no ɔyɛ ne titiriw ne ayasabea sie yɛ yɛde ɛma nkuro nketewa ne adantam wakɔpie mu ɛwɔ Karachi East District yɛ wɔ Otimantam mu na wakɔsi Maternity and Children Block ɛwɔ hɔ no mu a mfidie ne akade a maame de agumu sɛ ɔmanfo wɔ hɔ ɛnkɔ hɔ nkɔgye ayahwɛ no ɛni ka keke.
When I read Nana's message that Sunday evening, I knew it was no coincidence. It was a call to me to act, just as I have been doing in other communities. We immediately deployed our team. Land was identified. Plans were drawn up. And here we are today. By the grace of God and the commitment of many sponsors, ready to commission this life-saving facility. This facility is the fourth modern health facility completed by the Lordina Foundation. The first was in Bole, the second in Nkransa, the third in Bodom, and now in Sukoko. We have also renovated and expanded the Hohoi Adabraka Clinic. Each facility reflects our belief that no woman should die while giving birth, and that no child should begin life without proper care. simply because of where they were born. This new facility has been carefully designed to serve mothers and children with dignity and excellence. It includes a reception and waiting area, a doctor's office, nurses' offices, a children's ward and maternity ward, a fully equipped operating theater, a delivery room, a sterilization room, and a neonatal intensive care unit. The ward is also equipped with essential life-saving equipment, including electric beds, operating tables, infant incubators, ultrasound system, cesarean and delivery set, ECG machine, phototherapy machine, patient monitors, oxygen support system, and other equipment.
Yebohia kopie mu ewo kukuo mu nananom atrankonwaye ewo ho se ade ewo bi na wie bi ne senti wonom akwan ho nsem wa befa ede ahye won nsem na watu ho anamo ye kasa ye de wo kyese kukuo num na nanom atrankonwa ye ewo ahafomantam mu eye Asunafo South District wonom ahwe ama bese 150,000 acres ekwan ene kyese wonom ankasa de wa hoden etachire aye na omanfo wo kukuo mu nsoso won ho aha wo eba na kwan ensem ho
baby na akwan ene mantam ayi wo nyina no ene asisi enkuoso ene niema bebre who shouldn't be the case ye man protwa you say the rob nyina no baby aye shade no ya is obi afo no wo be plan mu a said there was a pepe you know edan tem nyina no e akwane a in the event of any accident and a disaster we see a few more sa akwano aya edida kronumu eno na ede vehicles na ibia no edimi pem edimi edi eduma
yehu no umu akomada no umajo mumfunso otu umu ne akunya enye kikiriki bia umajo mumfunso otu se nepe umu dana bisikwe mana se bisibe inye na nambo apayo sabe na nanmo yese obi deswaro umukubu de mu se kuro no iye obefe sabe ijato kuro no ana bi etesa ka betime nya ba bi ewuwa makuro no ayefe ntinya na namu die kira yese ke pomacho obi adaka owa ibia no inye na nambo apayo go ni ban bi se na nanmo die kire mutwa blog mere eno de ombe ye omeka nanso yewe umfanche se abasa umfanche
ya etiase na yekuku na sikutano mana eba yebre ebi kwat mi yara enam ka entimi yeden emba ha enti adwuma yana ko atechi osan na ya mai aboa ye pa ye ni so titiru hwe kronum kwa makronum ayefe ade ba kono no o se ko kru ma na ofia nya kwan etimi edeka ana praga di kosi okwan no ema so adwuma de da se mo bo adwuma na mo ye adwuma papa so pa
yanko ensamfofro mu na yakon ensamfofro mu di aba beto dwase galamse amnabi abu agumu ewo atani ata ewo Sutifi South District ewo hafo mantamu yesi galam mantie yi adwuma na ombehunu se PT abu agu wonum so anachese enya asenketoa adansifo bi adi wani edi asemi achikyere se chese ebugu mu no na ani enyan memene da no nsia de kobo no nsia mpamu anwumre no ena o chese asem no esiye enipa nkono ena afemu ahwe wonum nkwa wo bra amra no ekamu ntumye wo chese enipa yi a efiri mu no chese ye kasa ya ide emu besa miensa eye enkramofo enti se de enkramofo amamrete no wo magina so asie saa miensa no na ensia aka so de ye de wonum akọ St Elizabeth Hospital ye wo hwedie mu ya ye de wakọhye emusie bia ye kope wonum emu se de eniema sitie na ebrese no yakọ akosie weni arehosam a esi ewa atani ata ewo Sutifi South Ghana Tourism Authority at the Heritage Month edi ewon kran ha ni nyina ne se de ye fra de ye wono ye beton ama wiase ehunu bie.
Tete atimpong atite pampa ama ene namafuso abuso faso ene who the beauty of our culture and our heritage. The Honorable Minister, Honorable Mamaga, the CEO, Honorable Mamefua Wajetu, UNESCO, EU. Just say Ghana are busy. Tourism are busy. 50 January tourism are busy. And they said they are launching Ghana Heritage Month. They promote your culture and heritage. For sure, be or wabia. That's a 5% and a share European dress and clothes. Oh, yeah, Shagana Tadia. And you know what? Okay, exhibition stands now a war no more. Exhibition stands in Ghana and Yama. And you know what? In Yania Ecoso, Ghana stands to enjoy enormous benefit with the month of promoting our culture and heritage. The better media say, they share UTV, presenters now, Obia Shagana Fadia. This is a month and a moment Obia Shah Atadia Yefia Butchie and Tumanifia. What I say, seamstress and dressmakers have a farm and Tadianos, Omubeneska, and this is the month I see Obiadi Ayakayaka, Obiandi, Wakula, Obiandi, Fufu, Obiandi Banku, and Ghana and Yane. It's going to help our farmers because Sanyani were perishable. And I entire end store. It is a bath fresh, and not say India. I say it is you promoting Ghana Heritage Month. Ghana and Yane, and our music, our folklore. What I say. About the consumption of our indigenous products, whether you music, whether you fashion, whether you food, everything. So Ghana stands to gain. It is Ghana Tourism Authority and the Ministry of Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts. Yes, say Obia Endi Ghana Diane, Sapa Pransa na bedio, and Puton na bedio. But Busubi Wedie, and Diane Diana Ghana Diane Diamond. Esremo diade bianya ana media no so mumbo Ghana nyom osumi we 100% Ghana music 100% Ghana na bosu we kranka ye news media houses na kabro for gabuka twi ni local languages asanka be pa.
Yeah, it was for your better and some no eso. Ye mo shinko mo ewo techi mentia ewo ahafo mantemu. Na wache se Methodist Basic School ye water north south mensinimu ewo ahafo mantem se. Won mo sre won sade won sayem. Baby a asukufo sebie kusebie kronto na nanom won ho ha won obekwa akwayi won ho yie no. Oni baby ene waja won sabie.
School Mohammed say parents ni ha nti ma ye students ni teachers from ye bref ha say obi e person of parents this will put me so be ko fie so a e be higher addition no obi so also am so be sua de nti esa no the parents ni still see no parents na e higher ye mi no ha ma na e school I say ye bi e mental side so you are ye ni be bia e ba ko science ye be ko fu ye ko fi ani akwa kwasisa ye ho aba ye be ko fi ye ba kwasisa ye ho aba na lesson na e wo kwa ye suya mani ko ani ti e ba on ti ase ti ade so sa ba ntumi sa e ngo suya do ma se so ti e higher education
school man say ni toilet wa ye boys no so bola ne wo achi onu ye boys no the toilet be a one ye ba ko ye ba wi na onu so na boys ni bia ko toilet wo ebiti mu fa so kofi obokofie no omma
me che kokko school mu send ko tumi kokko wura na gu a mekọ ebi so buo hu ebi sisi ho bola no kra wo kotietia so a ebi nku a enti nkola no munya ba bia bokọ toilet enti yesra mu ni di mu a sra mu se o me pe ba bi kakra a nkola no betimi eja o mo na yo ho emai
se de say no kada ne cars ni nti no toilet bi akora o hu de wonye obe de o mo fie bembe ha ne de obetimi ya da se o twa kwan nim akọ toilet na nsa na wasan ba school mu a emwa me nso mi ton so ahanti me ya na bi wa de waja na na me so me yi nsuo di bi na de awohoro yesere sama mo aye
ene emre ekure ni mana say Ghana ekure ni no na ko hwe nkranketo a omo toilet wo ball yi so wo machi he ya na asem no asefem na so ni nyina akire no yesere koto se aban ne say omo twenani emeye Maternity DHS ene primary emwa na wo mutimi enya toilet wo ha esan se nkranketo a awo awiabo pesi na hwe awo a edi akonyaba na akrai wo ho na ko nim nyansa o kro wo ni ma de kro anhwa na nsokofa wo ni e de abre school for nkra na say awofo ene achechefo enti akoto sre aban ne so omoye na etimi nya toilet e wo Maternity DHS ne primary na bia nkoyi
ye attachment ya Methodist ABC school ye omo agena bia ebi ni school na yade a ebedu manim ti ma taxi eye mehu ene eye works department say omo konkohwe na yehu anamo ebetimi to afa won se be ebetimi akriti eye agena bia o school dia momo so I want say the same concept no public toilet ni say ade a yetwam by institutional toilet ndi etimi den AAB e de mawo ntinyame aduma the sa tax na mo so mo kohwe mo kofa ho estimate no hu bibia emra ba bi pa etimi ye na ebetimi aboa
we abusia ebesra mo na ya home so atonkra ye ba eni mo adobe ma de agodie mu nsam a waboaboa no ebeto ayeso
Prem to breakers ye boy eye Ecobank adaroma en waso yasene ama ye de bro